Sick of all those standby ground meat recipes? We feel you. You want something new, something that'll transform that lifeless pile of beef into a new taste sensation that will delight your senses. But is that too much to ask? Get ready to meet your new favorites. If you happen to live in an area that lacks great Middle Eastern cuisine, you can whip up a pretty respectable dish using a package of ground beef and some off-the-shelf store-bought ingredients. Sure, we may not all have a vertical rotisserie spinning away in our kitchens, but you can capture the essence of a good pita. Start by making some simple ground beef meatballs. Then load them into some warm pita bread with chopped romaine, diced tomatoes, a swipe of hummus, and as much tzatziki as you can fit.
Dinner is served, madam.
If you are a human being with a mouth and feelings, you can't deny the appeal of Mexican enchiladas. Making them from scratch can be a daunting task, but what if we told you that you could throw everything into a casserole dish and let your oven do all the work?
This is destiny.
With some cooked ground beef and onion, tortillas, and some chopped green chilies, you're basically 15 minutes away from casserole heaven. Just don't forget the shredded cheese on top. The frozen Hot Pockets shouldn't really be a part of any adult's diet, but the problem is that they're also ridiculously delicious and should thus be eaten as often as possible. So step away from the microwave and let us ease your sense of self-loathing.
Are you with me? You seem confused.
All you need is some pre-packaged biscuit dough, which you will fill with a mix of ground beef, onion, and salt and pepper. Pinch it closed and bake until golden brown.
Hot Pockets!
Until it becomes socially acceptable to sit around watching The Price is Right in your sweats while eating bowls piled high with cooked ground beef, we're going to have to make do with Italian-style stuffed peppers. Luckily, making them is a cinch. Either half them or cut the tops off of green or yellow bell peppers. Scoop out their insides and fill them with whatever ground beef miracle mixture your heart desires. We like beef, cheese, onion, and tomato, but as we mentioned earlier, we just like beef no matter what. If you're thinking, isn't ground meat already the point of meatloaf? You're not wrong, but also, you're not thinking outside the meatloaf box.
I'm awake.
What if instead of ketchup, you used hoisin sauce? Boom! Asian fusion meatloaf. Substitute in a pound of ground sweet Italian sausage with a little marinara, Italian-inspired meatloaf. And in the name of all that is holy, skip the breadcrumbs and mix in some smashed up Cheez-Its. Really, the world is your loaf. Oyster.
Meatloaf crunch! Yeah!
You probably already know where we're going with this one. Ground meat and chips are a match made in heaven. Get yourself a bag of Fritos or Doritos or whatever chips you're into and split the bag open either from the top or the long way. Then load up those perfectly crunchy chips with your favorite taco seasoned ground meat mix. Lastly, layer on those condiments like that shredded cheese, sour cream, jalapenos, and hot sauce are going out of style, and eat it straight from the bag. You've probably already used up some leftover ground beef by mixing it into a shepherd's pie with loads of mashed potatoes. But did you know that you can also flip shepherd's pie inside out and make the crust out of meat? When you're done, just politely arrange it into portions for serving, as if anyone else is even going to get a chance to taste this delicious treat. Maybe we can't all spend our lunch hour with the rest of the cool kids standing around the Korean barbecue fusion food truck in Cool Town, USA. But that doesn't mean you can't experience these flavors in the comfort of your own kitchen, with the help of ingredients you probably already have. Throw some garlic, ground beef, brown sugar, soy sauce, sesame oil, crushed red pepper flakes, and ground ginger into a pan, and simmer until you're feeling those food truck vibes. Serve over rice and bring the leftovers to work tomorrow. A little home-cooked swagger is totally optional, but it's so good, right? Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more MASH videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.